Be ready? Start. It was further argued by the learned senior counsel Mr. Jetmalani that the case of T.P. Modin Koya 2004 8 SCC 106 reaffirmed the principle laid down in Lalu Jogi's case without referring to the case, quoting paragraph 11 of the same. This principle, namely the bar of res judicata or principles analogues thereto, would not apply for a writ of habeas corpus where the petitioner prays to set him at liberty. It was contended by the learned senior counsel that the rest of the judgment had no relevance or applicability whatsoever even to the preliminary issue. The rest of the Koya Supra judgment was refuted by Mr. Jetmalani on the basis of the following points. In the Koya case, the special leave petition before the Supreme Court under Article 136 of the Constitution of India was entertained and the appeal was dismissed by a detailed judgment wherein all the contentions raised challenging the detention order and also the continued detention of the petitioner were challenged. In these circumstances, the Supreme Court had held that it would not be permissible for it to exercise an appellate power or sit in review over a decision rendered by the court under Article 136 of the Constitution of India by entertaining a writ petition under Article 32 of the Constitution of India. It was contended that, on the other hand, in the instant case, the petitioner is challenging the illegality of the sentence. It was contended that the bar of res judicata would only apply when the Supreme Court had earlier considered the matter in its entirety in a petition under Article 136 of the Constitution of India. For this purpose, the learned senior counsel placed reliance over paragraph 11. If a person under detention files a writ of habeas corpus under Article 226 of the Constitution before the High Court and the writ petition is dismissed whether by a detailed order after considering the case on merits or by a non-speaking order, and the said decision is not challenged by preferring a special leave petition under Article 136 of the Constitution and is allowed to become final, it would still be open to him to file an independent petition under Article 32 of the Constitution seeking a writ of habeas corpus. In the Koya Supra case, the plea had been raised by the petitioner both in the Kerala High Court and in the Supreme Court under Article 136 of the Constitution of India. Hence, it was held that the writ petition under Article 32 would not be maintainable. In paragraph 16 of the Koya case, the court observed, having regard to the facts pleaded and the grounds raised, the present petition is not maintainable. It was contended that in the present case, a petition under Article 136 had not been filed before the Supreme Court challenging the judgment and order of 4th July 2006 of this court. Hence, Mr. Jetmalani, the learned senior counsel, submitted that the Koya judgment, both on facts and law, would be inapplicable to the present petition. Appearing on behalf of respondent number 3, the Superintendent of Prisons, Learned Associate Advocate General Mr. Kumbhakoni had contended that the maintainability of a second writ petition is a pure question of law has to be considered under the following circumstances. Where there was an earlier petition filed under Article 226 and a subsequent petition was filed under Article 32 without filing an appeal against the order under Article 226 para, where there was an earlier petition filed under Article 226 and a subsequent petition filed under 32 after filing an appeal against the order under Article 226. Stop.